secure a place in top 64. We will have to see as we continue here. The grandest conquest ever seen. Here we go, PS2. A nice neutral start here for this winner's side qualifier.
Yeah, so Nuvema perhaps a little bit known more for the regular pit, but Dark Pit is definitely the better of the two pits for fighting Snake, because Pit's regular arrow is just never strong enough to beat Cypher, and he's always so all over the place it can be hard to track him down anyway. And an uncharged arrow from Dark Pit is not enough to beat Cypher, but if you put some additional charge on it, then it is. And that is a huge problem in the matchup in general for Pit and Dark Pit, because so many of their aerials are multi-hit, they really struggle to just hit Snake out of Cypher in general before he's able to just pull a grenade and get a trade out, which will end up benefiting Snake because Pit's little multi-hits aren't going to deal the damage unless you complete them.
Yeah, and that frame one escape option we know, and no, in the grenade is certainly going to pay dividends here. Even if it's not breaking you out of combos, it's going to tack on percent. We saw Nuvema be very, very comfortable at the start, just letting Snake damage himself with grenades, but things took a turn as we saw Snake come more in, down tilt into forward. It's going to create an offside situation though, sniping up with the arrow, and a lovely back air to catch, wanting an air dodge to get out of that, but doesn't quite get the read. Instead, it's an up air, and ooh, if the grenade had been in the hand of Snake, that could have been devastating. Remembering well there is Nuvema exactly where that C4 was set, but the up tilt comes out instead. It's now set on the top platform where we saw Nuvema lose her first stock.
Yes, it did. Oh, and the C4 was still there. Nuvema was just kind of sat underneath it, none the wiser. And Kodiak, we have a situation where Snake is in the lead, and when he is in the lead, that's where he thrives. He's one of the hardest characters to make a comeback with, but even more so, he's one of the hardest characters to make a comeback against. Because he will just keep trading with you. And the longer the game goes on, the more frustrated you get about those constant traps that are sitting around everywhere. Kodiak looking to get themselves firmly established on the PR down in the south, but you've got to be surviving those dash attacks first.
Yeah, and here we go. The net into the forward, but the double grenade pull is going to, while tack on a bit more percent onto Snake in lieu of those multi-hits finishing themselves, the parry on the grenades is going to put Snake in a frame advantage and also make sure that Snake's ready to act first ahead of Nuvema. She is chasing at the moment that lead, which Snake has firmly secured with the extra credit the grenades did bring, but the stock is starting to go further and further into a more neutral position. Dodging around the C4 this time, another one is set. The down throw into the reverse back air though is going to get it, and a snipe with the arrow does land its mark. Want to break the Cypher and break the stock here. Nuvema has brought this back almost completely, tail of the toaster.
Yeah, and you've done the hardest part. Making the comeback on Snake is more hard than finishing the stock at this point. So can we make that a reality, or is Kodiak going to find its way in? We're getting close to that danger zone. A down throw up tilt would start to kill.
The magic number is 160, but it's not needed. Popping straight up into the falling up smash, which doesn't gain damage when it's charged. It gains height. Fun fact for you there. The traps are going to come out more commonly than ever here. Nuvema perfectly comfortable. Just sit back, wait for the arrows, and wait for Snake to do himself in, launching potentially into a very unfavorable situation for an up air. But instead, it Snake's down tilt off of the landing lag of the forward air. Nuvema is just sitting right back, which I think, to be honest, is probably the most advisable option at the moment. Just wait for Snake to make a mistake, but the grenade is able to get you out of dodge. Wanting a back air, you gotta think to secure the stock, but there the comeback's gonna have to once again happen here as Nuvema's percentage is starting to climb and Kodiak's stocks are not starting to fall.
Yep, and even there, potentially we could have had like a forward throw, but Kodiak just swung in position and made sure that Nuvema was not going to get anything started. Finally, we have that kill, but you've just got to do it all over again now. Such a long way for Nuvema to win, but between the two grenades, jumps back into it and unfortunately going to take that 10%.
Yeah, you just got to think, just sit back and let Snake just grenade at the moment. Oh my lord, that up tilt would certainly have killed one of the fastest and strongest kill options available to Snake here, getting the trade, but it's going to be in the favor of Snake. I love that! Using the options of Pit to bounce the grenade away and then bounce the side B away and then bounce it all the way away with the down B. There we are, wanting to get the read. The magic number was hit, but it wasn't used properly, getting out of that incredibly horrible situation and living on borrowed time potentially. Here's Nuvema, you need to seal this stock out, and a grenade is going to do it. Just a grenade.
It's so weird recontextualizing it for us. Like, we're surprised when we see a grenade kill someone. Only in Super Smash Bros. Does somebody get hit by a grenade, die, and then we're left surprised. But sure enough, it will be enough to take Dark Pit away. And again, it was what I alluded to at the start of the set. The Nair from Dark Pit and the forward air, too multi-hitty, taking too long. The grenade is just going to intercept it before your move is even finished. And Nuvema found multiple potentially killing or certainly threatening aerials, but Snake just gets out of it for free with his little explosives around his belt.
Just able to build up that extra credit so effectively because of the fact that Snake can just sit back and throw those grenades at you. They're going to hurt if they hit you, and they're definitely going to hurt if they detonate in your range. We saw some lovely play from Nuvema where she was just like, I'm just going to back off and let you have your fun. I'm just going to let you do yourself in a bit. And we've seen a lovely net into dash attack there to attack a little bit of percent, grabbing the grenade, which does backfire. Maybe want to carry it into Kodiak. There we go. The grenade reset could have played into the favor of Nuvema there, and we need to see that a little bit more, I think, being aware of the situations where grenade, which I know because of how thick and fast they do come out, is hard to keep track of which one's going to go first, if I'm going to be in danger of getting hit by another one, if I do go in. But if we can take advantage of these grenades, sending Snake into unfavorable positions, I think that's going to start to turn the tide into Nuvema's favor. She's doing such a good job of getting around the tricks and traps of Snake, but taking the trade with the grenade as often as can be. Lovely weight into the back air and just trying to chase Snake, threatening the range. The percentages are climbing higher and higher, as with both of our combatants. There we go, getting no read again, going for down throw, reading a back roll again, and once again it's the neutral get up attack. There we go. Oh, I like that idea so much, using Pits down B, the Guardian Orbitals guarding Dark Pit effectively there to bounce the up smash back up, which could have been devastating for Kodiak. Not finding the kill quite yet, and that's what Nuvema needs to do, get that kill a little bit quicker than last game.
But now, using the B reverse of the grenade, thinking Nuvema is obviously going to up air in this situation. I'm going to swing my momentum to get away from it. Still attempting all of these down throws, even though Kodiak hasn't been able to convert a single one into anything important unless you're genuinely over 160. Even then we didn't see it work, but the magic number is back, so the next down throw will certainly do that, even picking up the grenade in the process. But I'm wondering, Kodiak, if you don't have Nuvema at 160, do you try something else? Either way, Nuvema, can you get a kill while Snake is off stage? He's not off stage for very long.
Back into the sky, very comfortable at the climb. Pit's got the wings, but Snake has the Cypher to make sure that he can reach brand new heights, and the heights of this percentage are getting higher and higher, but crucially able to find a reverse on that up smash using the Guardian Orbitals to ensure that Kodiak will lose that stock to his own up smash.
It's interesting as well because the up smash detonated on the platform. Snake was sat underneath it, but he was still tall enough that he got hit by it anyway. I guess you need to sit in crouch. But whoa, that could have worked, converting the grenade into the up air on the fly, but just a little too slow on the execution. Now the up smash taking a stock away from each party, and again Kodiak with a lead that is so hard to turn back around when you're using an honest chap like Dark Pit.
Just throwing out that neutral air, converting into a back end again. That percent, the footstool is here, wants to break the Cypher with downer, but doesn't get it. Instead, Snake is able to air dodge back and make sure that this stock continues. That would have been a huge, pivotal moment for Nuvema there, but didn't manage to find the kill despite a superb awareness of Snake's recovery options at that moment to get the footstool. Apparently so. Apparently so.
The super delayed remote missile hitbox. But things are going from bad to worse right now. If your name is Nuvema, Kodiak, representing the Midlands, has no reason to go in whatsoever because all of these grenades have just been doing God's work. I remember on stock 1, over 50 or 60% of the first stock was dealt just by grenades alone. And C4, actually perfect reaction from Nuvema saying, yeah, if you're going to detonate the C4 that soon after you put it right in front of my face, I'll just roll on and grab you.
Yeah, just getting caught in the jaws of Dark Pit there, just waiting, wanting a second up smash, sorry, up to F tilt, pardon moi, which would have poked shield. It was getting lower and lower, getting back with a lovely roll, but no down smash kill quite yet. In fact, even at that percent, I doubt it would have probably secured the kill because of Pit's less notable knockback even on the smash attacks. Let's see if Nuvema can convert into something. Gets the up tilt, but nothing else.
Even the up tilt's a multi-hit. Give Pit a hit that's just one and it's done. All of his Brawl aerials used to be like that, but they just, in Smash 4, changed Dark Pit so that everything's a multi-hit, and when you've got a C4 directly above your head, it might just hit that 30-second timer and go off by itself while you happen to be stood underneath it.
Yeah, you've got to keep everything into consideration, thinking, oh, that C4 that was placed 30 seconds ago, where's that? Oh, it's there, it's fine. Snake hasn't set that off yet. Oh, it set itself off, and I have lost as a result. Just another one of the traps that Pit has to navigate around. I believe the choice there was Yoshi's, a much smaller stage where things like the C4 are certainly going to be less able to be hidden, but also a smaller stage with smaller horizontal blast zones that are going to send you off a little bit early, maybe a little bit hard to recover on as well because of the ledges having those walls on them as well. We'll have to see if the lack of space is going to play into Nuvema's favor or if the more narrow side blast zones are going to pay more dividends to Snake as we see what could potentially be the final game of this set.
Yep, I think Snake's still fairly happy in these grounds because the wall doesn't have too big of an impact when you're always just going to recover high anyway. You've still got platforms to drop the C4 onto, and you're going to keep those trade situations going regardless of stage. So I can understand why it was left open, but Nuvema, ooh, it was looking the most capable out of the 3 games so far until you just land directly onto that up air. Nuvema was using the Guardian Orbitars to try and safely land because it does protect you from the projectiles and also hitboxes in front, but you're still exposed directly underneath, and that is what Kodiak sought out. Good up smash, though. We are back in the game.
Yeah, great up smash. It feels like every time Nuvema goes down, she finds a way to get straight back in it with the use of a big hit from Pit there. Once a read, the up air was probably the better option. The back air would have connected, but the up air, because of the more active hitbox, certainly was potentially the better option. Down throw into forward air into neutral air is going to take Snake off stage here on Yoshi's. We need to see these big hits start to connect in a moment, but for now, those multi-hits are really paying dividends. The get-up attack is going to... Oh, it's on you. You better watch out. The C4 has been placed. The grenade's going to explode, but Dark Pit might just go as well in a moment. It's still on there, I believe.
Well, a full hop jumping back air, mostly for avoiding the grenade more so than finding the hit, but jab, check the shield and then convert it into a forward tilt. That remote missile is going on a journey. It was long cancelled, but it was still absolutely having a good time. Again, this is why we picked Dark Pit over Pit in this situation. The additional damage on the remote missile and the speed of reaching it, it matters so much more for countermeasures, but having to rely on a projectile to deal with that move at all in the first place is a sign of weakness in the matchup, and that is why Nuvema is sat on her final stock now of this set. Can you convert it into a game before it's too late?
Being ready to convert off the third lovely back air there, wants to find the killing hit, and back air is certainly want to do it. I love the idea of just activating that active hitbox on the up air and going to snipe. Beautiful snipe. Nuvema refusing to go quietly and catching on an aggressive back air into a up air, able to get straight back into proceedings here.
And did you see the intentional landing on the C4 for just a couple of frames to tempt Kodiak into sending it off, and that's what allowed that upwards arrow to catch within Snake's tiny bit of end lag.
I love that, just not even bothering to engage with the grenade, just getting around them using the throw invincibility. Wants a regrab, instead it's the up tilt that's going to come out. The percentages were looking even for but a moment, but the lead is still slim. You need to keep navigating around these traps though.
She did hesitate though, got the up tilt, which would traditionally lead into an up air, but Snake is so specific at getting out of those with his grenade trades. So Nuvema didn't go for anything after that adventurous read. Instead swings on an up smash, which almost certainly could have set up a kill. But instead you've got 2 different remote missiles to dodge now. Great landing onto that higher platform, using your own stage counter pick to your advantage. But things are getting dicey, and up tilt would easily kill Nuvema right now. Kodiak isn't quite in danger just yet.
Wants to pile on percentage with an up smash. Instead, it's the lingering hit of the up tilt. It is fast and it is strong, and it is the move that unseated Nuvema. She was there.